Good evening, Belize, and welcome to XTV's news broadcast for Friday, December 19, 2025. Making the headlines tonight, Salgado to be home for Christmas. Conviction quashed. Movement of prefab homes banned after fatal accidents. Home builder calls it severe and an overreaction. And National Defense Ministers assures of safety for Belizeans allowed to shop in Corozal-free zone. We take our first break and return with the news in detail.
It's an massive season with massive deals and rewards at Penny's. From now through December 31st, earn double B-Bucks on store-wide purchasing every Saturday. That's right, 2 times the B-Bucks, which means 2 times the cash back when shopping at Penny's. Plus, get even more rewards with B-Bucks Builders on home goods, tiles, appliances, paints, and lights. And don't forget, there's also massive deals and discounts on tiles and the best brands in paints like Benjamin Moore and BH. Rewards, deals, B-Bucks. You can get it all this massive season only at Penny's. Quality and savings.
Need to submit your sickness benefit claim online and have a physical medical certificate? Here's how you can do it. First, go to ssbportal.org.bz and log into your My Social Security account. Next, on your dashboard, click Benefits and choose Forms. Review the requirements, then click Continue to proceed. Click Apply under Sickness Benefit to start your claim. Review and confirm your banking information. If it is not correct, select No and follow the steps to update your banking details. If your banking information is correct, select Yes. Next, if your illness is not related to an injury at work, select No and proceed to upload your medical certificate. Select your claim period and confirm your employer details. Read the declarations and click each to agree. Click Submit and you're done. A confirmation email will be sent to you. Your employer will also receive an email with your claim details and a request for your salary information. If needed, submit your sickness benefit claim online and receive real-time status updates.
One of the reasons I applied for a credit card at Atlantic Bank was because I travel a lot. I'm always going here and there and everywhere, and having that card made my life so much easier. I could literally charge everything. I had no issues. I don't have to worry about carrying money, and that has been one of the most effective points. Using my Atlantic Bank credit card has improved my life drastically. I learned to budget properly, the online service that it gives, the features that it has, and also knowing that when I'm shopping online, it has a protective feature for it. Having an Atlantic Bank credit card, especially having 2 sons that are always wanting something. They want to shop here and they want to shop there. The good part about it is I get to look at Atlantic online to see where my spending is and to make sure I'm staying in budget.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
holiday season, stay connected across borders with Smarts Mexico and now USA roaming bundles. Available now through December 31st. Enjoy 4,096 megabytes of roaming data for only $27 or other packages for as low as $8. Staying home for the holidays? Sign up for a postpaid plan and get a Samsung A16 for as low as $190 or Samsung A26 statistics for $315, or pick up devices without a plan, starting at $100 for our GST weekend special. And this December, text to win. Simply text WIN to 438 for your chance to win big. Each entry is just $1 of prepaid credit. More entries mean more chances to win daily prizes like fuel vouchers, groceries, and more, leading to our big giveaway week, December 15th to 24th. We're giving away amazing prizes like fridge, TV, stove. And on December 24th, the grand prize of $5,000 will be announced. These deals won't last long, so make the smart switch today. Travel more, share more, and save more with Smart. Smart, bringing people together.
It's Christmas time at Brothers Habet and Habet, and we have some great gifts for you, like our signature 15% off all Berger, Penta, and domestic paints, and 30 to 40% off selected and discontinued colors. 15% off all power tools, 20 to 30% off select tiles, 20 to 65% off light fixtures, and 40% off sunlight windows and mirrors. Also, GST free days on December 6th and 20th. Plus, for every $50 you spend, get a chance to win a $500 gift certificate in our 12 Days of Christmas giveaway. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from all of us at Brothers Habet and Habet.
It is a pleasure to welcome you all to this signing ceremony for the reconstruction of the swing bridge. For generations, it has stood as the beating heart of downtown Belize City.
Over the years, the swing bridge has evolved into a prime tourist attraction and a symbol of Belize's rich history. We are here today to build not only a bridge in the physical sense, but a bridge of enduring cooperation and friendship between Belize and Japan.
The current bridge replacement is designed to be a two-span steel concrete positive slab bridge. It will span a length of 42 meters long, placed on a skew to improve the alignment of adjoining streets. The new bridge tapers from a minimum of 14 meters wide to a maximum width of 18 meters at its widest point.
The agency has defined the division of work between two offices, and I, as a chief representative, has hold the responsibility of signing the agreement, while all the operations in Belize are managed by JICA Belize office.
People-to-people exchanges between Belize and Japan are extremely active. This time, a physical bridge will be built between the two countries.
We value this collaboration and the expertise being brought to this process. This replacement bridge puts climate adaptation and accessibility at the forefront, reducing risk, improving reliability, and supporting the continued economic activity in Belize City.
This a trend, New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Cream New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Cream New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Cream New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. From the border to the boulevard, physical fit. On to my agony, strength in it. Big up the farmer champions, them we do it. But who will take the crown in a 2026? This a trend, New Year's Day cycling classic. Straight to Belize from the northern district. To win this race, the heavy cyclist dream. They make them boast, them take the sugar and cream. This a trend, New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Cream New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream.
It's the Cream New Year's Day Cycling Classic.
All top-class riders hit the pavement for the start of the cycling calendar. Thursday, January 1st, it's the Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic.
This a Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream, 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 cream.
Welcome back with your news. I am Drea Espinosa. The Belize Court of Appeal has overturned the March 8, 2022 conviction of attorney Oscar Salgado. He was found guilty of abetment to murder in the case of 68-year-old Marilyn Barnes. On June 14, 2024, he was sentenced to 10 years in prison. He has served a year and 6 months of that sentence. The conviction was based largely on statements from Giovanni Ramirez, who alleged that Salgado approached him to carry out the hit. The court ordered the decision quashed, deeming the trial to have been unfair. That's because Ramirez, now deceased, did not testify in person against Salgado. In communication with both the Director of Public Prosecution, who prosecuted the matter, and the then Commissioner of Police, Chester Williams, Ramirez repeatedly stated he was under threat of death if he were to testify. He therefore said he was in fear for his life. Salgado will now get to spend Christmas with his family. He was represented by attorneys Arthur Saldivar, Michelle Trapp, Darrell Bradley, and Emerita Stewart. We spoke both with Saldivar and Trapp via Zoom today.
From the appeal, the hearing of the appeal, and from the questions that were asked, from that day we sense that the court were seeing our arguments as it relates to fairness of the trial, and in particular when it comes to the adducing of the recording into evidence, those recordings, and asking the question whether or not the admission of those recordings was fair, and you look at everything in totality, whether or not Mr. Salgado had a fair trial. We sense like, okay, it went well. However, you never know, because until, the judgment is handed down. So, but we were optimistic. We were prayerful. Mr. Salgado is a colleague. He's a friend. And we looked at this case from the standpoint that if that kind of injustice could happen to a colleague, an attorney at law, my God, what would happen to a regular citizen who has no knowledge of the law? And so we took that on with that in mind, that we need to correct this. We need to correct this, not only because Oscar is an attorney, but because he's an attorney and this could happen to him, then we fear to think what else happened to other persons who are not in that position. And so this case for us was about correcting an injustice.
How the audience even came about?
Marisol, is seeking to attribute the disappearance of those recordings to Oscar Salgado implicitly. Outside of that, they never went to the original source of the recordings to reproduce them. The prosecution had at its disposal an SD card that was taken from a phone, purportedly being the phone of Giovanni Ramirez, or at least the phone that he was using. They could have referenced that SD card to reproduce the so-called missing audio file. So the audio file was never really truly missing, in my estimation. But the fatal flaw in the prosecution's case was the fact that they were utilizing the element of fear to justify Ramirez not coming to trial. But at no point did they ever suggest to him that he could have appeared virtually. So they didn't do all within their power to secure his appearance.
Salgado reserves his rights, but there is no indication as yet that he will pursue a claim against the government. In recent months, the Transport Department had restricted the movement of oversized loads on the highways just to nighttime between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. The activity was considered a great inconvenience to other motorists in the daytime, and in particular during rush hour. Now that there have been 2 fatal traffic accidents involving the transport of prefabricated homes overnight, Transport CEO Chester Williams says they will change the policy again. This time, they are banning the transport of prefabricated homes altogether.
We have seen that this policy or this change is still creating some difficulty, as we have now witnessed 2 fatal traffic accidents between these hours. And we believe that we had to look at the policy more in depth and made further adjustment to the policy this morning. And so now those persons who have permit for the haulage of oversized loads have been notified in writing as an addendum to their current permit that while they do have the permission to transport these oversized loads on the highway at night time, that the oversized load and in particular houses must be disassembled, which means that it must be in parts. That way it will not be extending too far out from the vehicle and create more hazard to those other motorists. In addition to this, it is also directed that while they do the escort or the transportation of these houses at night time, that they must do so with transport or police officers in vehicles with the revolving lights. And from what I have been notified, that in both cases of fatalities, this was being complied with, where there were indeed rear and front escort, but the oncoming drivers, for some reason or the other, did not heed to the warning coming from the escort vehicles. And that's the reason why we believe that if they use the police or transport with the revolving light, people are going to be more compliant with that as opposed to the current way in which the warning is being given from these private vehicles. So we're hoping that this is going to create some greater level of safety on our highways for road users.
Today, a representative of Pletz Home Builders affirmed that the ban on the transportation of prefab homes will, quote, severely impact the affordability on homes in Belize, and it will fully cripple an important part of the industrial construction sector, end quote. Ron Plett noted that they have moved over 3,000 houses on all types of roadways during 25 years and have not had an incident with another driver or vehicle. He says they have always ensured they have well-lit front and rear escorts, well-lit houses with floodlights shining on all sides, and strobes at every corner of the house. He calls the ban severe and likely an overreaction. He noted that in the most recent case, it appears the driver of the SUV, which crashed into the house, was intoxicated and driving at high speed while the house was parked on the roadside. Prime Minister John Bersenio, in an interview during a break in the House meeting of December 12th, discussed the policy changes in traffic regulations. Among them is the need for a training beginning January 2026 to obtain a motorcycle license. People have balked at the suggested cost of $300, with some saying the government is taxing the poor.
In many instances, these accidents happen because the drivers of these cycles are reckless, and then they endanger their lives and endanger others. It's tragic enough when they get killed, but to me it's even more tragic when they get in a bad accident and then they can't work. They're in a bed, they broke their back, they lose their head, their feet or something, So we in our frustration and wanting to do something, we felt that maybe we should just have everyone to take the training. Obviously, when you look back, you have a 2020 vision, you start to say, hold on, maybe it's a bit excessive. So that's the discussion we're having in cabinet. about that we need to pull it back. One of the things that was made one of the things that came to my attention is that, for instance, in the United States, whenever you renew your license, you have to take the test again. So maybe that's something that we could start with. One, that whenever you go renew, everybody, including not only motorcycles but even cars and trucks and everything, that you take that written test just to ensure, to bring back into your memory what are the laws and to do that. So that's one step that we were looking at. Secondly, the minister is saying, well, the technical people are taking a look at it, but the recommendation was that maybe we should look at, say, maybe cyclists that have had a license for more than 2 years and have not gotten into any accident or anything. Maybe we don't need to require them to take the lessons, you know, or maybe just the new persons coming on board. If you were to remember, or maybe we're not too young to remember, but I went growing up, for you to get a driver's license, you have to have your big L by your vehicle, and every evening you see a lot of people at L because they take their son or their daughters, teaching them to drive. Whilst I believe it's still required under the law, you hardly ever see that. I mean, you hardly ever see anybody driving around. So I think some of these things were in place for a reason. And maybe we need to go back to that to ensure that people learn and the laws and to feel a sense of responsibility when they're on the road, not only for themselves, but also for other passengers and other vehicles that are traveling on the road.
At that same House meeting, Minister of Transport Dr. Louis Zabane spoke about subsidizing the cost of the training.
So the initial suggestion of having training with a cost of $300 was not by itself the all of the idea on how we will address this matter. That was a part of it. And in listening to persons across the country, we recognize, and I'll tell you, within Cabinet, we had some vigorous discussions about this matter with very good suggestions coming out, recognizing that we don't want to be imposing a very high cost on our people, especially those who of lower income, who want to use motorcycles as a means of transportation. And so discussions have occurred in Cabinet with respect to subsidizing that cost. In terms of also enforcement, those are very important aspects. Cabinet recognizes that the Ministry of Transport is very understaffed when it comes to enforcement across the whole country. We only have 42 traffic officers. And as you know, we have partnered with the police department for training, a very, very important partnership, where now our transport officers, not just from National Transport, but from all the municipalities, have been engaged in training. 3 weeks training at the police training school, where they come and stay full time for that 3 weeks, and they get that kind of training.
In other instances, Zabane has clarified that the $300 figure for the training is not set in stone and it can be lower. Meanwhile, this week, Transport CEO Chester Williams addressed where they stand currently in relation to the increased penalties for traffic violations, as well as who will be required to take the motorcycle training.
I have seen many interpretations of what the Honorable Prime Minister have said, and I believe that people need to listen more keenly in order to get the proper interpretation. Some are suggesting that the Prime Minister is walking back on the decision. That is not true. Certainly, yes, Cabinet is looking at the amendments to the laws more carefully to see in what way, if any, we can make further changes. And as I had said in an interview I gave, I think last week, I had said that one of the changes that we are looking at is that persons who have been licensed drivers for 2 years or more without any infraction, they will be exempted from the training. Those persons with 2 years or less driving with license who have infractions, they will be required to undergo the training, as well as new applicants. So We believe that once that is done, it is going to a great extent, assist those persons who have been driving for 2 or more years without an infraction from falling within the category of persons who will be required to undergo the training. And then we can also look from among those persons, in order for training criteria, we might say, in order to apply to become a trainer, you might need to have either 10 or 15 years of driving motorcycle without an infraction, and then perhaps that may qualify you to be a trainer. So we will be looking at all of these things. The government is also looking to see how best ITVET could assist in carrying out the training at a far cheaper cost to the applicants. So at the end of the day, what the Prime Minister is trying to do is to try to make it as affordable as possible for those persons who will be applying for driver's license to drive motorcycle.
Earlier this week, the Prime Minister announced that as part of measures to tackle cost of living, Belizeans would be allowed to shop in the Corozal-free zone for just 1 day next week, Tuesday, December 23rd. The free zone is only open to foreigners who enjoy duty-free goods. The Minister of National Defense and Border Security, Honorable Florencio Marin Jr., was asked about the operations there and if it will be safe for Belizeans.
All right, I think, as you know, I mean, there's increased economic activity on our Belizean side, on the Mexican side, and we always have to keep our security apparatus up to speed. So, I mean, I know that there's always the negative connotations there, but it's not necessarily out of reaction to that. It's that we just got to stay ahead. I wish we could get some more investment up there to improve the security apparatus up there.
What does it look like right now in terms of that that security that you guys are increasing there?
Well, if you notice, the last week there was a donation of the accommodations for the soldiers, the ATV for the police, so that our presence can be more felt, that we can react more quickly if should anything arise.
And we know that on Tuesday will be open to Belizeans. Can we anticipate that everything will be going smoothly there in terms of ensuring safety on both ends?
Yes, we have been assured that all the different departments, because it's not just security, right? Remember, we have the customs, you have the immigration, you have the free zone authorities. Everyone is working together to be able to have a smooth operation on the day for Belizeans to go and to be able to shop in the free zone.
Belize Electricity Limited has formalized a financing package for $27.53 million from the Caribbean Development Bank. $27.2 million is a loan, while the remaining that's $330,000 is a grant to implement BEL's nationwide advanced metering infrastructure. It will allow for the deployment of 115,000 smart meters across the country. This will be complemented by an advanced communications and analytics system that will enable near real-time energy usage monitoring. BEL says this is its largest loan to date and the first without a government guarantee. The company states, quote, CDB's decision also reflects BEL's strong governance and management expertise, a robust capital base supported by historically healthy financial performance, an excellent repayment track record, and demonstrated operational efficiency, end quote. The 3-year rollout of the meters started in Belize City and continues. After the break, a man sentenced to 13 years in prison for manslaughter after strangling his friend. Stay with us.
When Shell V-Power flows through your engine, confidence flows through you. Choose the fuel that 100% cleans critical engine parts and keeps your engine performing like new.
Electricity is essential for everyday life, but behind every outlet, a lot is happening to bring you safe, reliable, and sustainable energy. Let's start at the beginning. Independent power producers across Belize generate electricity using a mix of renewable and non-renewable resources. Electricity travels across a network of high-voltage transmission lines capable of transmitting electricity across long distances. Electricity then reaches your nearest substation, where it is adjusted to a lower voltage, making it safe to travel on the distribution lines you see in your community. From there, electricity makes its final journey from the distribution lines to your home, providing you with safe and reliable power when you need it. We continue to serve you.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
It all started this morning when Mommy said we have to behave real good and dress up for Mr. Cordell's Christmas party. I don't know why, cause I always behave good. So me, my sister, and all my cousins reach, and wow, a lot of kids, a lot of fun. We get our face painted, baby sis turned into a cutely reindeer. We eat and drink all kind of things. My favorite was the churros and cotton candy. Then, the bouncy house and trampoline. Yeah, that's where I nearly broke my teeth. And of course, the best part, the gifts. Dolls, cars, puzzles, everybody gets something good. Mr. Cordell Hyde really did a good job. I had so much fun with my friends.
Enhanced service and faster sickness benefit claim processing are at your fingertips with SSB's healthcare feature accessible via the My Social Security self-service portal. Your convenience during illness is key. Now your doctor can certify your period of illness and your employer can confirm your employment details digitally, eliminating the need to visit our office. But wait, it gets better. You can also review the medical certificate provided by your doctor in your My Social Security account, along with real-time processing updates, keeping you informed. To ensure a smooth process, always review your electronic medical certificate before you hit submit. Upon submission, your employer is notified via email of your claim submitted to SSB and must respond within 48 hours for your claim to be automatically processed. For more information, check out our guides on our website and YouTube pages. Social Security at your fingertips.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season.
Happy, glad, because I look forward for this house long time. Long time I look.
This house is a dream come true, and especially a dream come true for the Independence Village Council. You can see a second house is being built right in this subdivision. There are 23 lots available to deserving families that we chose because we knew that they could not afford a home. And so we're hopeful that this program continues.
So I'm happy, I'm satisfied. At least 8 people in Stanton got their homes, and it's adding. So Ms. Marisa and the Minister of Infrastructure and the Minister and the CEO, I really appreciate it.
Ones are near. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Sir, your item is ready for viewing.
Is that all?
This is everything.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
This time, what can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'm saying I help you right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
Belize, it's that time again. GST-free weekends are back on December 6th, 7th, 20th, and 21st. Just in time for big savings for Christmas. On these weekends, most local retail goods will be GST-free at checkout. That includes frequently bought standard rated goods such as furniture, appliances, electronics, clothing and footwear, Christmas decorations, curtains, rugs, Marley, toys, and grocery items like seasonings, mixed essences, mixed fruits, and soft drinks. Everything you need to make your December more affordable. And good news for the holiday cooks. Picnic shoulder ham, smoked ham leg, and imported turkey are 0 rated all December long. And before you leave the store, always take a quick look at your receipt. You should see the GST removed or discounted automatically. So that means more savings and more room in your Christmas budget. So Belize, let's shop smart this Christmas season. December 6th, 7th, 20th, and 21st, GST-free weekends, brought to you by Belize Tax Services.
Prime Minister John Bersenio has declined to accept that his administration incurred in the same unlawfulness as a former Barrow administration in not seeking prior approval for supplementary budgetary appropriations from Parliament. In their case, the PM says there is an explanation.
I would not accept that simply because that happened. As you come close to an election, I mean, guys, we're politicians, and that happens. Some costs were incurred, nothing out of hand, and then once you win, you're concentrating in setting up the new administration, even though it's the same party, it's still a new administration, and a lot of things have to come into play. It is only, I think, in September when the Financial Secretary brought it to my attention, not even I was aware, to be honest with you, to say, you know what, we have this outstanding, and I said, well, we need to get it done. we knew we have to put a supplementary budget for this year. And I said, let's do both of them. I mean, we have to do the right thing, and we can't be accusing a previous government and try to go down that road. So no, I do not accept your remarks. But yes, we do admit that it is something that should have done immediately. But as soon as it came within a few months late, but we got it done.
In police news, a 31-year-old man, Mark Bull, was fatally hit on Thursday morning around 1 on the Bullet Tree Road in Cayo by a Toyota 4Runner. According to reports, Bull, who was a security guard, was walking home from work after completing his shift. The vehicle was being driven by 45-year-old Julio Valdez. Bull's mother, Margarita Bull Magana, was alerted some 2 hours later, but by the time she got to the hospital, her son had passed away. She told the media that this was the second time she lost a son to a traffic accident. That same morning, loved ones lit candles at the scene of the crime in his memory. According to Margarita, Bull was the breadwinner for the family. Bull, who his mom described as a very helpful person and law-abiding citizen, leaves behind 3 children. Police are investigating the incident. Turning now to court news, 30-year-old David Friesen has been sentenced to prison for 13 years in connection with the death of Alexander Villamil in February of 2024. Friesen had pleaded guilty to manslaughter by provocation. The sentencing was handed down by Justice Nigel Pilgrim following a plea agreement. Justice Pilgrim explained that he found the act to be spontaneous and provoked, but not premeditated. He also said he factored in Friesen's immediate reporting of the incident and his clean record, cooperation with police, confession, and showing remorse. Friesen's sentence is backdated to February 26, 2024. According to what was presented to court, both men were socializing and drinking in Masco Belize District. They then boarded Friesen's vehicle on their way to Villamil's home. When an argument broke out, according to Friesen, Villamil, who was allegedly intoxicated at this time, attacked him with a cable wire. Friesen admitted then strangling Villamil. Police around 7 on Thursday morning discovered 23 parcels of suspected cocaine on the seabed off the coast of Key Cocker. The discovery was made after the officers noticed a large plastic bag on the seabed. The suspected cocaine weighed in at 64.2 pounds. The parcels were sealed and labeled as found property. Following the tragic double murder of Racino's Imports and Sarita's employees, 22-year-old Reynard Garbett and 43-year-old Robert Crawford last week, Area Rep of Cayo South, Honorable Julius Espat, commented on the rise of violent crime in Belize. The men were residents of Cayo South. Espat said the country is heading in a dangerous direction when it comes to violent crime.
We are going in a direction that's dangerous. Nobody wants their loved one to be killed in that matter. Sadly, we are going in a direction of Latin America where you have to have armed guards for everything. It is a reflection of our society, and we have to address it as best as we can. Consultation, sitting down with the people, looking at the best way to do it, more penalties. There are so many options available. I'm not an expert at that, but it hurts my heart. These young men that died are from, families are from Cayo South, Roaring Creek specifically, and I know they are grieving. If it would be your child, I know you would be grieving too. It's not it's sad. It's something we have to work diligently on, and the government has decided through the new minister, and now they have a new CEO. That are experienced in that type of work, and hopefully they can come up with proposals that they bring to cabinet that we can in cabinet assist them in its financing to be able to put in whatever regulation is necessary. But when you put regulations and the people are not aware, then it's like they react negatively because of lack of information. I am trying to recommend that whatever decisions we make, we consult as much as possible, so people are aware in which direction we are going. And not all the time everybody is on board. We understand that, but if the majority understands what we are doing, and if what we are doing works, then continue it. And if a concept that you bring to the table is not working, we have to be mature and responsible enough to listen and adjust, and to make our lives, all of our lives, safer and better. That's what government is here for, to try to listen to the people and put in laws that benefit all of us, not PUP or UDP or NAP or Orange P, all of us.
In other news, while there has been a lot of focus this week on the George Price Highway reconstruction from Belize City to Hattieville to the immediate north of the city, works are being carried out as well. The Philip Golson Highway from mile 8 in Ladyville to mile 24.5 in Biscayne is also seeing major expansion and rehabilitation. The chief engineer, Evandil Moody, on Wednesday said that these works are on schedule.
Yes, Ladyville to Biscayne is still on schedule. At this time, we will be complete in 1 year because we commenced in January. We did our first pavement last week in Biscayne. We did our first, I think it was about 300 meters of pavement that we did, so you could take a look at that. And so we will be paving again, I think, until next year because we did some paving as well yesterday. So we're on schedule for those works. Works in Ladyville is continuing with the construction of the line sidewalk side drains, and so the contractor will continue to work up until the 23rd of December, and then he will recommence again in January.
After the break, Calcutta residents looking forward to parade on Christmas Day. Stay tuned.
This holiday season, stay connected across borders with Smart's Mexico and now USA roaming bundles. Available now through December 31st. Enjoy 4,096 megabytes of roaming data for only $27 or other packages for as low as $8. Staying home for the holidays? Sign up for a postpaid plan and get a Samsung A16 for as low as $190 or Samsung A26 for $315, or pick up devices without a plan starting at $100 for our GST weekend special. And this December, text to win. Simply text WIN to 438 for your chance to win big. Each entry is just $1 of prepaid credit. More entries mean more chances to win daily prizes like fuel vouchers, groceries, and more, leading to our big giveaway week, December 15th to 24th. We're giving away amazing prizes like fridge, TV, stove. And on December 24th, the grand prize of $5,000 will be announced. These deals won't last long, so make the smart switch today. Travel more, share more, and save more with Smart. Smart, bringing people together.
One of the reasons I applied for a credit card at Atlantic Bank was because I travel a lot. I'm always going here and there and everywhere, and having that card made my life so much easier. I could literally charge everything. I had no issues. I don't have to worry about carrying money, and that has been one of the most effective points. Using my Atlantic Bank credit card has improved my life drastically. I learned to budget properly, the online service that it gives, the features that it has, and also knowing that when I'm shopping online, it has a protective feature for it. Having an Atlantic Bank credit card, especially having two sons that are always wanting something. They want to shop here and they want to shop there. The good part about it is I get to look at Atlantic online to see where my spending is and to make sure I'm staying in budget.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
It's an massive season with massive deals and rewards at Penny's. From now through December 31st, earn double B-Bucks on store-wide purchasing every Saturday. That's right, 2 times the B-Bucks, which means 2 times the cash back when shopping at Penny's. Plus, get even more rewards with B-Bucks Builders on home goods, tiles, appliances, paints, and lights. And don't forget, there's also massive deals and discounts on tiles and the best brands in paints like Benjamin Moore and BH. Rewards, deals, V-Bucks. You can get it all this massive season. Only at Penny's. Quality and savings.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
It all started this morning when Mommy said we have to behave real good and dress up for Mr. Cordell's Christmas party. I don't know why, cause I always behave good. So me, my sister, and all my cousins reach, and wow, a lot of kids, a lot of fun. We get our face painted, baby sis turned into a cutely reindeer. We eat and drink all kind of things. My favorite was the churros and cotton candy. Then, the bouncy house and trampoline. Yeah, that's where I nearly broke my teeth. And of course, the best part, the gifts. Dolls, cars, puzzles, everybody gets something good. Mr. Cordell Hyde really did a good job. I had so much fun with my friends.
Need to submit your sickness benefit claim online and have a physical medical certificate? Here's how you can do it. First, go to ssbportal.org.bz and log into your My Social Security account. Next, on your dashboard, click Benefits and choose Forms. Review the requirements, then click Continue to proceed. Click Apply under Sickness Benefit to start your claim. Review and confirm your banking information. If it is not correct, select No and follow the steps to update your banking details. If your banking information is correct, select Yes. Next, if your illness is not related to an injury at work, select No and proceed to upload your medical certificate. Select your claim period and confirm your employer details. Read the declarations and click each to agree. Click Submit and you're done. A confirmation email will be sent to you. Your employer will also receive an email with your claim details and a request for your salary information. If needed, submit your sickness benefit claim online and receive real-time status updates.
As we move forward, we invite feedback from our communities and encourage open dialogue so we can ensure Tasty truly reflects the values and taste of Belize. By choosing our products, you are supporting the growth of Belizean agriculture sector and livelihood of farmers. Let us continue to champion local initiatives and work together towards sustainable and prosperous future for our community.
This facility is built to produce an impressive 30 tons of minsa per day. This capacity is almost double the current national consumption in Belize, which is positioned not only to meet local demand, but also to tap into the export markets.
I am certain that you are proud to partner with local farmers and strengthening ties with our agricultural community. By sourcing corn locally, you help support family farms, create jobs, and stimulate economic growth throughout the region. This collaboration is a testament to what can be achieved when industry and agriculture work hand in hand.
This project represents a significant investment of $2,800,000, reflecting not only the scale of its vision, but also our unwavering commitment to long-term national development.
This a creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. From the border to the boulevard, physical fit. On to my agony, strength in a it. Big up the farmer champions, them we do it. But who will take the crown in a 2026? This a creme New Year's Day cycling classic. Straight to Belize from the northern district. To win this race, the happy cyclist dream. They make them boast, them take the sugar and cream. This a creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream.
It's the Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic. All top-class riders hit the pavement for the start of the cycling calendar. Thursday, January 1st, it's the Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic.
This a creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream, 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 cream.
The rainforest of Belize. Nature in her most abundant and untamed state. A place of amazing wonder. So, we bottled it with passion. The alchemy of pure rainwater. Fresh, pressed heirloom sugarcane grown in this rich soil. Distilled by local artisans. Always in harmony with nature. Organically certified, sustainably committed, deeded to a trust that supports the communities of southern Belize. This is the relentless pursuit of craft without compromise. And now we share this part of the world with the world and you. We are Kopali Rum, the spirit of the rainforest.
On Wednesday around 6:30 p.m., police responded to a report of an armed burglary on Cork Street in Fort George, Belize City, where an accounts payable clerk informed that she was held up at gunpoint by two men and tied up in a room. She told police the men were dressed in black and demanded money. She was eventually able to free herself and return to her office, where she noticed the man had stolen a cash pan that contained some $9,000 in Belize currency, along with her purse, which contained money and 2 cell phones. Police have since launched an investigation into the incident, which occurred at an office complex near the Fort George Hotel. Initial reports had suggested that the office complex was linked to the hotel. However, on Thursday, the hotel issued a statement clarifying that the robbery occurred at a separate office facility in the vicinity, which is not part of the hotel's guest areas or operations. Mastermind Mentors, which is a service run by teachers across the country to provide tutoring and mentoring to students, is spearheading a free self-defense class aimed at women, teens, and children across the country. Finez Silvania, who is the founder of Mastermind Mentors, said these sessions are free thanks to sponsors. He also explained why they decided to organize the sessions.
We have partnered with Scouts, we have partnered with other organizations, NGOs, and so forth. So not only do the academic related aspects, but rather looking at self-defense, like you mentioned. That's the most recent one. On Monday, we had the self-defense for women and teens. And then on Tuesday, we had it for children and teens. So what we looked at there were 2 things. The first one, with regards to gender-based violence, we know we are looking at the 16 days of activism, and we want to empower women to protect themselves, to be able to defend themselves. Many people believe that, karate, mixed martial arts, and so forth, violence. It's not violence. The more you learn in karate, the less you want to attack anybody, because you know what damage you can do to the person. Now we are trying to help women and teens and children specifically, which brings me to the second reason. Heading to our holiday season, people travel. We have people going out to shop and so forth. You need to know how to protect yourselves. As kids, we taught them how to observe the different categories of awareness, situational awareness, in the place that you are, in your context, starting with the white all the way to the black. So many times people are caught off guard self-defense, you might know as many techniques, but if you are caught off guard, you're already 50% off at that point. So we teach them situational awareness and, of course, the techniques that they can use to defend themselves, that they can get out of a situation. We have various sponsors. We reach out to them, ENR, we have Hotel La Fuente, we have the town councils. We reach out to them and they're glad to host us, to partner with us. We have Atlantic Bank, we have La Popular Bakery, we have various sponsors that if we have programs that we need to give for free, like the self-defense, for example, we just reached out to them. That was a free one. We have students who are doing tutoring and mentorship with us for free also because they don't have to pay it. So we have to find how to get that remuneration for our mentors also.
Sylvania shared the dates for upcoming sessions of the self-defense classes, as well as other initiatives they have planned for the new year.
We have one for January, which will be looking at the follow-up to the good governance course we're doing with Galen. We have a youth segment there that we're working with them on good governance and transparency with the CARSI, the ESF fund. We also have the second phase to the self-defense training, which yesterday and today has been taking place in Cristo Rey because we try to take it national. So in January, we'll have another segment of that same self-defense phase, and all are welcome to sign up, reach out, because we want to do it across the country, each district. So we'll be visiting the different districts. So you can send us a message and tell us, book us for when you come to our community. And of course, we'll be willing and glad and humbled to have you present there.
On Thursday night, the Village Council of Calcutta Corozal organized a special Christmas event for the community's senior residents ages 60 and up. Some 95 residents attended the event where the seniors were treated to a rich meal, gifts, and entertainment. Secretary of the Calcutta Village Council, Amilcar Ook, shared more details of the joyous event.
This year we had our plans basically in regards to a celebration that we wanted to focus on our senior citizens, our elderlies, and it is from a range of 60 years up, right? So in total, this celebration was made especially to honor our villagers. Somehow we made it possible to get these coming out. We got a total about roughly almost approximately 95 to villagers coming out. The event entailed various things. For example, we had musical renditions, we had instrumental renditions, we had villagers who came out and share a part of their singing, villagers who came out and gave us some of the past Christmas events. For example, they brought up how Christmas was back then from the Christmas today. It was just the contrasting the Christmas back then in their ages to today's Christmas events. We gave them, for example, a nutritious meal. We had ham, we had turkey, fruits. They got their water, soft drinks, desserts. So they had a variety of snacks and food and beverages for this event.
Ook explained that the event was community funded and thanked all those who contributed in any way.
Who I always say, if we have time to go and visit them during political campaigns, we can also go and take them out of their homes and bring them to celebrate with us, at least a special day in which they can feel, loved, appreciated, and valued for their support to our community and to being a backbone to our village. Everything that we had to yesterday event was brought by our own villagers. We had sponsors from the US, we had sponsors from San Pedro. We were sponsored by our own community for this event, right? In which we are so thankful. We had a list of sponsors. For example, we had Mr. Honorable Florencio Marin Jr., who is our area rep, Ms. Sadie Manzanero, La Casita in San Pedro, Yaneli Aquino, Mireda Aquino, Val's Boutique, Sparkle and Shine, Maria Bravo, Kishin Lopez from the United States, Andy Bastarachea, Gustavo Alvarez, Ian Casanova, Myron Tech, Ricardo Gilhari, Marciano Gutierrez Jr., Rudy Keme, Mr. Francis, Merla Sanker, Sanker Sisters, which is Sanker Store, our community supermarket, Claritas, Inder Gonzalez, Rodolfo Eck, Mr. Roberto Eck, Tech Teas, Margaret Mendez, Miss Esther Ellis, Pretty Little Charms, Vito's Butane, Alvaro Sol, the Audon Brothers, and Ines Store. These are part, and I know there are many others that put a little bit of grain to this event. Everything that they brought to the table was appreciated. Every little cent that was given to us, every donation gift was really appreciated by the village and to our community. That was a really beautiful event, having these villagers coming out.
And a lot of Christmas theme events and activities are planned for this weekend. If you're a fan of parades, several are scheduled for the weekend as well. However, one community, Calcutta Corozal, is saying their festive Christmas parade for Christmas Day itself. It will be streamed on the Facebook page of the Calcutta Village Council. Secretary of the Council, Amilcar Uk, shared what Calcutta has planned for Christmas morning.
Traditionally, we always, for the past years, we always take the time to share with our villagers, especially our children, this dynamic event which we come out in the mornings, roughly like around 9, 8, and we pass around with music, throwing sweets to our little children, right? So this year we are trying to make it a little bit different. A surprise coming up along the way as well. To have it a little bit more dynamic, interesting, more alive. So with this event, we're trying to bring out our little villagers from the community to come out and enjoy the appreciation of characters that will be out this time, music, floats, balloon trucks. So it will be something new for them, a new experience. And we hope that the villagers community can also come out and support as we take the time to share with them a little bit of part that we are continuously working with the community for our community. The road is normally, we're starting at the community center, all around to the entrance of San Joaquin Village, which is in our neighbor villages. And the other part, we end the parade back by Carolina, which is also the other boundary of Calcutta Village, and we come back. No, we normally pass this road every traditional time. We go back around and take time to pass slowly so everybody can appreciate a little bit of it. If anybody who wants to contribute to our event, there is a Village Council Facebook page by the name of Calcutta Village Council Official. There is where we have all of our posted events, contact information, banking information is there as well. There is where you can go and click. It's normally, we keep posting on the Facebook page to keep it engaging. So all different events, lives, and for example, the upcoming parade will be posted on the Village Council as a live so people can see.
Ook said the event, which is sponsored by community members, is for everyone and encourages all to come out to join and spread the Christmas spirit.
This Christmas, I feel a bit more, we can say, overwhelmed to our community, especially because it is the first Christmas we're passing as the newly elected Village Council by the head of Mr. Alex Sube, chairman, in which we're bringing to the table the different events we came up to at the very beginning of our calendar of events. And this is our last event to the community. We share with the community, we want to let them feel special, let them know that they can count on us. We're not just part of our elected members, we're also part of the community in which they can come to us in regards to any different situations. So as a village, we want to make sure this message goes across to all villagers. We are not looking at any political party. This is not about political parties, not about color, not about race, not about different things that we might come to our own conclusion, but it is for our own community. It is for the benefit of our village. And that's one thing I always keep in mind. No? Once a village comes together, it is something positively coming behind, and afterwards I can say the end result is something that it will be exceptional.
And with that, we've come to the end of our newscast. The repeat can be viewed on the station later tonight at 9 and again Monday at midday. Join us again Monday for another edition of the news. And remember, You can always catch up with the day's top stories on our YouTube channel and Facebook page under XTV Belize, and you can watch evening news live on our XTV BH&I app. I am Drea Espinosa. Have a safe and enjoyable weekend.